Hey everybody, welcome back to Movieverse. My name is Brian, and today I'm going to be making another Critical Role video. The reaction to the Legend of Vox Machina title sequence and discussion that I had after that seemed to be fairly popular. So today I'm going to be reacting to the Campaign 3 behind the set video. So I'm going to watch this along with you guys. It was just released and I just pulled it up. So we're going to give this a watch and see what it's all about. Before we do that, though, I do want to tell you guys that I'm super excited to see what they've been working on for this set for the third campaign. They've made some improvements all throughout Campaign 1. They made the big adjustment in Campaign 2, especially when they moved to their own studio. And yeah, but after that, it was like the biggest adjustment was when COVID started and they had to kind of spread everyone out and they were all in their own little boxes, which I very much preferred the sitting around the table element of the game. And from everything that they've told us, it seems like they're going back to being around the table for the third campaign. So yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and watch this Campaign 3 behind the set video and see all the crazy improvements that they have made to their set. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is our new set, and it's amazing.
It's insane. It's absolutely wild.
It's unreal.
New
Like
table,
I can't
new
get
game
over
screen.
it. And I saw it for the first time yesterday, and I couldn't speak. I don't. It's amazing.
We done glowed the fuck up for Campaign 3 in a big way.
The audience is not ready for
Let us
what
see
they're
it.
going to see in this new circle with us.
I mean, I'm not ready. I knew what was coming up, and I didn't understand until I sat down in the space and saw it. Just, let's go.
We knew going into this campaign that it had to be new and special and different, and we just wanted to push ourselves and push the boundaries.
When I first had the idea, it was an art class in high school, and there was a project that was about kind of creating a multimedia experience. I had this idea of a room where instead of windows, there were LCD screens, and lighting setups that you could change at the press of a button on your computer. And what started as a project became this white whale of mine, this thing that maybe one day. And anybody who I could talk to about it that I know would maybe give a shit, I would.
Probably the first 5 conversations we ever had, one of them was a drunken, you know what would be the best gaming room in the world if you could do all this? And yeah, that happened. So
I think knowing the end goal of what we wanted to achieve, it kind of quickly informed us that we had to go pro from the beginning. That was gonna make our life so much easier if we just went to a professional concept artist out of the gate.
I remember coming across Sean's work because I am a theme park
They
nerd.
really
We
building
ended
up
up
the,
going
suspense
to
for this, aren't
a
they?
theme park professional, Sean Ellis, who you may have seen some of his
Critical Role
Roland fan artworks on the Twitters. He caught our attention, and it's because, well, yes, he is a critter and a fan.
I mean,
He is a
who
professional.
wouldn't go
He
there?
helps design
Come
theme
on.
parks for a living. And we reached out to him, had still some of our general ideas that we knew we
Incredible.
wanted to achieve. And he helped us work up this concept of what we are now referring to as the Tavern of Tales.
There were a lot of different iterations that I got to see, and a lot of it depended on the amount of space we had for this set and what kind of technology we were going to use and all the different ways we might be able to apply it. The attention to detail was still there, and there's things like the lanterns. I can't get over the lanterns. There are details in the lanterns that I don't think the rest of the cast has picked up on, where I'm like, oh, well done.
If Sean Ellis
I'm
and
not
what he was
seeing it
able to
either,
bring with his concept art
Somebody
was
in the
stage
comments,
1.
tell me.
Holly Hodges, who is another theme park professional, she brought her team on board, and they were the ones who were able to tell us, okay, you want to utilize projection effects. Here's everything that you need. Here is a long list of equipment. The first time we really started dabbling on utilizing projectors on the set was with Talison's one-shot Shadow of the Crystal Palace.
And I brought in a ton of like weird practical effects and kept begging people to please install this. I'm well aware this is a nightmare. I swear I know what I'm doing. And we got to do a few of them. I thought they looked really good.
What we really took away from that was that we knew if we were going to go hard on projection effects,
That was one of the one-shots I
we
haven't
needed to
finished yet.
design a set with that in mind from the beginning. And that kind of ended up being our jumping off point. That was stage 2. Then it all started morphing into stage 3, which was actually fabricating and building it. And for that, we just went back to our good old friends, Jeff and Joe over at Flip This Bitch, who have built many sets for us in the past. They always do phenomenal work, but I mean, they really
it
went
looks
above and
beautiful.
beyond with this one. I mean, everyone on that entire team, from their contractors to their woodworkers to their scenic designers, they pulled out all the stops. New campaign, new characters, new set. We gotta have a new table at that point. It just, you gotta complete the package.
The table's beautiful.
I can personally say I've never seen a set do this, because not only does it have to look good for the audience and everyone who's watching at home, it also had to look good for people who were sitting around the table. This set and everything that it can do, it's all a tool, and it's meant to enhance the expression of the story that we're all building together. Yeah, I don't think they were expecting just really how extra that this set was going to be.
Felt like we had won, some sort of prize, or that it was a gift that she had, made for us.
This was just a warehouse. This was nothing in here. There was a break room over there with lockers and a dingy table.
I walked in and instantly started it. And am I gonna do it again? That's dumb. Instantly started to cry.
At the moment, we realized, we're back at the same table again. And then we all kind of just reach out and touch each other's hands again. Was more emotional than I think we were expecting.
I can't believe this
Call
is
back
where
when
we
they
get
first got
to
around table.
to work and to play.
It's so unreal. This whole room is unreal.
I'm excited.
And I think when we were able to bring the cast in, and I was full on absorbing and feeding off of their energy and their reaction, I am just so excited to be able to sit and relax and
No way.
get going again, start playing again.
And so much effort has gone into what now looks effortless. And we're creators who are in charge of our own creation. That's really rare, rarer than this set.
It's been crazy watching Marisha come over here, build a fantastic production team. And like any great leader, it was just also finding people that were insanely good at what they do, bringing them in, giving a guided vision for it all, and then helping execute that.
Marisha is the youngest among us and is now also the most mature among us because
Oh, more mature
she's
than
been
Sam, that's for sure.
wrangling all this stuff that we've been doing.
Just so much love and effort went into this, and the emotional reaction of everybody, it really did feel like such a gift.
When you smash it out of the park like this, you just got to celebrate that, right? And the
yeah.
team that made it happen.
Where are we going to be sitting? I don't think we're ready to even figure that out yet.
I threw it out there because I was like, where are we sitting?
Oh shit, are we calling dibs? Are we calling dibs? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about calling dibs.
I don't know how we're gonna figure out where we're sitting. Like, I don't like sitting on the end.
I like having the end seat. I'm an aisle flyer. I don't rock the window because I feel trapped.
It's like dice in a Yahtzee canister, and we're still kind of shaking it up, and we're not entirely sure what's gonna pop out yet.
I'll be next to anyone. I wear deodorant. It'll be fine.
Where we're sitting is the last thing to figure out. That'll be 10 minutes before showtime. I'm kidding.
I'll sit anywhere.
I'm just gonna let that happen to me. I don't know, I'm fine with anything.
I think everyone's starting to get ideas of where they want to sit, but I'm very much of the Godzilla level. Let them fight.
All bets are off, bro. all bets are off. Campaign 3, all bets are off. So what we led the pitch deck with. And you know what?
Okay, so that's it. Wow. I mean, obviously, you can tell that Marisha put a lot of effort into, and everybody behind the scenes put in a lot of effort to create that set. You can see with how emotional she was getting. And it's interesting. The reason why I was getting emotional a little bit was seeing them kind of all around the table and they're reaching their hands out and like doing like the spirit fingers thing or whatever. And it's because, I mean, for a pretty good portion of campaign 1, at the beginning of campaign 1, they were around like a very small table. And so when they started to increase the production value, they actually moved the players away from Matt. And so it was like 3 on one side of the room, 3 on the other side of the room, and then Matt was kind of like in front and in the middle of them. And then they got back around the table and they did that same thing when they were back around the table for the first time. And then seeing them do that again here it just harkened back to that. And yeah, made me super happy to see them all around a table again. And yeah, it looks like Marisha said it best, like the set's like super extra, which, you know, is cool on one hand. However, I would be lying. I would be lying if I didn't say that I hope it's not too much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to take me out of the game. I want me, you know, I think they've done a really good job having the game be very engaging without all the extra like technology stuff. I will say, you know, Matt having music and then, you know, eventually Matt having like sound effects with that music, like with rain and stuff like that, definitely increased the feeling of being entrenched in the story. So hopefully the improvements that they made to the set will just continue to do that and not be a distraction. If it's a distraction, that's when I'm going to be like, I don't know that I, you know, really like this bit of it, but, you know, we'll see. And it might just be a thing that takes like an adjustment period, and then we're used to it, and we're kind of just like, well, how do we ever have the game without these things, you know, which is kind of like a little bit how I feel about with the sound effects, like when it's storming or raining or whatever, it just adds another layer of storytelling to it. But I guess my question is, like, is somebody who's not involved in the game going to be doing like lightning effects and things like that, and rain effects, like, you know, visually, like the visual side of it? And if so, how is that done? You know, because D&D is all, well, from what they, you know, Critical Role does, it's all like improv. Obviously Matt has stuff planned out, so I guess Matt could tell, you know, whoever's handling that technology side of it ahead of time, and they still keep it from the cast so that it's kind of a surprise and that type of thing. So I guess that's kind of the thing where I'm like, oh, well, hopefully, you know, it doesn't take away from like the magic of the game, and it's not distracting. It's brings you further into it. So that's what I'm hoping for. So I guess it's yet to be seen. We got little glimpses here and there of the set. I mean, the table looks incredible. Just the Critical Role land thing cracks me up, but it's cool that they kind of gave us a little bit of hey, here's the technology that we're going to be using, like with the projectors and stuff like that. I'm just looking through the video right now real quick just to see if I can see anything in particular. I mean, I guess they showed us a pretty good amount of, you know, they showed us the entire set, but, you know, we're going to be living with it for like the next few years, so that's exciting. The table it's funny. So the base of the table kind of looks like a Superman. Doesn't have the S in it, but you know, it's like the crest, the Superman crest. This is the shape, and then they have the top of the table, which is cool. So I'm gonna look at that real quick. So is this table slightly bigger than their old table? It looks like it's fairly similar, but it looks like Matt's side of the table is a little bit bigger. Like the cutout for Matt is a little bit more out and wide, whereas his before was just like straight back towards him. His background looks incredible. I mean, yeah, new DM screen, and he has like some extenders on that DM screen to cover that entire side of the table. I guess, you know, to hide any minis or anything that he's wanting to hide back there. You know, he usually brings the maps out from a different location, so that doesn't really need to be hidden back there. But it just gives him more space to work, which is cool. You can just tell how happy Marisha is with the set, and then just seeing everybody else seeing the set for the first time and how excited they were. Like it's still funny that they can do stuff that still makes the game new and exciting for themselves, you know, even though they've been playing it for I mean, not quite a decade, but close to a decade at this point. So let's see. They were sitting around the table here. They said that they hadn't come up with a seating arrangement yet, but they had Travis and Ashley next to each other, and then Marisha next to her, and then Taliesin, Sam, Laura, and then where's Liam? Oh, he's on the other side of Travis. Okay. See, that'd be an interesting combination. So I'm trying to figure out. So in campaign 2, sorry, I know this is going on a little bit, but in campaign 2, they had Travis and Marisha and Ashley next to each other. And then Sam and Laura and Taliesin. No, Ashley was next to Taliesin. Yeah. And then Liam was on the other side of Marisha. Yeah. So it'd be interesting. It's always interesting to see what that is going to be like. You know, with people sitting next to somebody that they didn't sit next to before, and their kind of camaraderie at the table is always what really excited me about Critical Role. So can't wait to see the finalized seating arrangement. I think they already know. Yeah, they do. They already know. But yeah, super exciting. Can't wait to see the campaign premiere this Thursday, which I'm going to see in theaters. So they announced this partnership with Cinemark, and so there's select theaters that are showing the premiere of Campaign 3. And originally, my local Cinemark was not a part of that. And I tweeted that, like, oh, man, I wish it was, at my local Cinemark or whatever. I can't remember exactly what my tweet was. But then, like, the next day or, like, the day after that, it was, like, my local Cinemark was added. So I don't know that they were listening to me, but, it still happened. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I got tickets, and I'm going with some friends. So that's really exciting. And hopefully if it's successful, which I think it is, because my Cinemark ended up it started with 1 showing at my Cinemark, and then it added 3 other showings at my Cinemark. So it seems like it's being pretty successful. So hopefully that creates opportunities for more of these types of events in the future. Anyways, enough of me blabbering on about this 9-minute video. We're going on 20 minutes for this video, so apologize for the length of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more Critical Role related stuff from me, make sure you're liking this video. Make sure you're commenting below the video, letting me know that you want to see more of that stuff, and also subscribe to the channel, because that way if I do post some more Critical Role content, you'll be the first to see it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you next time.